All right, here we are in SPSS. We are looking at our construct of happiness, and we can see we are in variable view in the lower left-hand corner, and we can see our variables. So we see over here, there's the ID, and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are, our variables, tapping the construct happiness. We can see, if we go over here to labels and expand it a little, that the first item is I feel happy, right? That was from our slides. The second item is I feel sad, I feel blue, I feel joyous, I feel cheerful, and I feel hungry. Right? So these are our items that we're going to examine as the items, right? The set of items that measure one construct, regardless of what that construct is. In this case, it's happiness, but the measure, the statistical measure is saying it measures one construct, regardless of what it is. It's saying the behavior and the correlations look like one construct is being measured. What that construct is, depends on you looking at the content and defining it, like the content being each item. So we look under values and we see they're all measured the same. We open the measurement and we see 1, no, right? Just like in our PowerPoint. 1, no. Then 2 is a little. 3 is getting there. 4 is just about. And 5 is yes, right? So 1 is no and 5 is yes, just like in the PowerPoint. So what if first, well, let's first look at how to do a measure of internal consistency, how to get that Cronbach's alpha. So you go to Analyze, and then Reliability Analysis, Scale, then Reliability Analysis. Click that. There we go. Now whatever we put on this side, it's going to tell us what the Cronbach alpha is for the combination, if the combination are measuring at one construct. So let's say we just want to put in the items we think are blatantly measuring happiness. So when I feel happy, and maybe not sad or blue, but I feel joyous, I feel cheerful. Those look like they're measuring happiness. Now, you need at least 3 items. 3 items is kind of bottom of the barrel. It should be 3 or more items in a scale. So we click OK. And what do we have? Reliability, scale. So there's 20 cases, which you haven't seen yet, but there are. The number of items, 3. And the Cronbach's alpha is 0.922, which is pretty good. Right? So it has to be 0.7 or higher to indicate acceptable internal consistency, and it's 0.922. So what if we go back, and we go back to Analyze, and then Scale and Reliability Analysis, and we put in, I feel hungry. Right? Maybe people are hungry when they're happy. And we put it in here, and we also go to Statistics, right, on the upper right, and click, and then go over here in the upper left where it says Scale if item deleted. This is one of the most useful functions in a reliability analysis. You click it, and then say Continue, and then click OK. So now we scroll down a little. The Cronbach's alpha has dropped from 0.92 to 0.819, which is still above 0.7, which is acceptable. However, it's lower. We want it, 0.9 is really where it should be. Now we look and say, scale of Cronbach alpha item if deleted. So if you delete this item, what does the Cronbach alpha rating become? Right here, the first one, I feel happy, 0.678, which is far below the Cronbach alpha here, so we don't want to delete this item because it'll lower the Cronbach alpha rating below 0.7 even. The same with I feel joyous and cheerful. It's here, I feel hungry. It says if you delete it, the item I feel hungry, oh, pardon me, the Cronbach's alpha would be 0.922, the way it was before you added I feel hungry. So what it's telling us is if you delete this item, the scale, if item deleted, will be 0.922, which is what we want because the others are contributing to higher ratings because the scale would be much lower without them. However, I feel hungry does not seem to be contributing. So if we took out I feel hungry, of course, it goes back up to 0.922. Now this is much more useful if the scale is below 0.7 and one of those items would, the scale would say, if you delete this item, it'll be above 0.7 and acceptable. For example, if it's scale reliability and we put in I feel sad and then click OK, then it messes up everything here, right? So the reliability is negative 0.528. So far below 0.7 because it's below 0. It's negative, right? And you can see that I feel sad. If you delete it, it goes back up to 0.922. Right? So should we do that? Let's consider our other option, reversing. Right? Do any of these items in this scale need to be reversed? Right? So I feel happy if they say 5 indicates more happiness. I feel happy if I feel joyous and they say 5 indicates more happiness. I feel cheerful if they say 5 indicates more happiness, a response of 5. I feel sad if they indicate a response of 5 indicates less happiness and more sadness. Right? So what we need to do is reverse score I feel sad. And then it's appropriate because every higher score has to indicate either the presence of or lack of presence of one construct. Some items can't represent the presence of the construct and the others the lack of presence. Now, to reverse code it, this is one of the things in SPSS you have to know. You use it quite frequently. You go to transform, recode into different variables. Then you would take the one you want to recode, I feel sad, and put it to the right. Right? It's numeric, and then output, and then rename it. Most people say sad and then rev because you're reversing it. So it's the name of the variable, then rev for reversed after it. Then you click change, and it puts that name there. So that's the old variable. That's the new one now. And old and new values. So if we reverse it, a 1 then becomes a 5. A 2 then becomes a 3. Nope, excuse me. There you go. It's a little lesson for you. Right, you need to watch your syntax. A 2 then becomes a 4. There you go. A 3, it becomes a 3, right? Because it's right in the center. A 4 becomes a what? 2. And a 5 then becomes a 1. Eventually. There you go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see it's reversing the items. So if they answered, are you sad? And they said 1, no, that has the value now of a 5, which indicates a greater amount of happiness because it indicates 1, a total lack of sadness, so it's scored as a 5 now, as the highest rating of happiness because it's the lowest rating of sadness, which that will make sense. Okay, so then we click OK. We just want to go to the frequencies really fast and see the reversal. So take the original, put it there. The reversed, put it there. See, the reversed is down there now. Click OK. And then you could see it goes from no little yes was 9, 3, 8. Now it's reversed. It's 8, 3, 9. Now, if we go back to our scale reliability analysis, and we take I feel sad out and put the reverse in, where the higher scores now equal more happiness, just like these higher scores, and then click OK. Look at here. The Cronbach's alpha is 0.948, which is higher than the 0.922 with just the positive ones, right? So it actually, see, sad rev, if you deleted it now, it would have a lower rating than what it has. So now, instead of ruining it, it's contributing to the internal consistency of the measure. So it's just a very brief, no, it's brief, but it's really important, and it's actually quite a bit to absorb, really fast. So that's where I'm going to stop today. Okay, let's just bid our adieu. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. For more information, feel free to sign up for our free newsletter at www.statswhisper.com/newsletter. And you can also read about our trainings at www.statswhisper/seminar. Or search the site. Feel free to use whatever resources you like. Thank you for tuning in, and goodbye.